every beauty brand has a fragrance mist out right now. From drugstore to luxury, there's something for everyone, seemingly at an affordable price point. But is it still worth your money? I mean, $10 is $10. Whether you're spending less than that or more than that, you still want it to be worth it, right? I went ahead and created a whole scientific beauty experiment for myself and to share with you by testing 17 different fragrance mists, one a day. It took me weeks to do, but I'm ready to share with you the results. This is not as scientific as I just made it seem, but let's just get into it. What I ended up doing was just testing out a fragrance a day. So what I did is I took one fragrance, didn't spray anything else but that fragrance, so no eau de parfums. I oversprayed, and then I wore it for during the day and then again at night. Typically after I did my workout, showered and stuff like that, then I put the fragrance spray on again. And when I say I sprayed, I oversprayed. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to take one of the sprays we're going to talk about. So this is the Fenty Beauty Vanilla Flowers. I'll show you how I spray. I literally go down my arm, over my body, over my other arm, all over my neck, chest, all over my hair. I spray like 20 times. That's what I did for each of these fragrances. So when I say I sprayed, I gave them all a chance. I gave them their all fair share of just like sprays to really prove that they were worth it. So let's see. Let's start with the Sol de Janeiro Cheirosa 91. This is a perfume mist, and this is a hair and body perfume mist. The main notes are passion fruit, pink pepper, Rio, pink rose, magnolia, pistachio cream, honey caramel, amber, and sandalwood. This is a really interesting scent because it's a floral gourmand, and I really do like the scent. This is one of the few that I feel like still has a uniqueness to it versus some of the other scents from Sol de Janeiro that I feel like are just marrying into the same sort of gourmand or the same sort of generic sweet scent. In terms of lasting power, this only lasted for about 4 hours. It didn't really project very much too. I wrote in my notes, it's got light projection and really faded steadily throughout the day. By the time it was lunchtime, it was pretty much gone, which is sad because I really like this scent. I smell some of the magnolia and the passion fruit, so it is like a floral fragrance, but it's not like a heavy flower fragrance. That's why I really do feel like it is a floral gourmand. It's lighter than that, and I love that lightness, but it didn't last. So just about 4 hours. MCoBeauty actually got a lot of flack when it first came out because it's basically a dupe brand. It dupes really popular products from brands like Sol de Janeiro, from Charlotte Tilbury, and other brands. And so I decided to go ahead and pick up one of these to see if it was similar to a Sol de Janeiro scent or if it was, the same lasting power. This is a lot less expensive. So this is about $11.99, whereas like the Sol de Janeiro full sizes are $39. This is just a travel, so $11.99 versus the travel Sol de Janeiros, which are like $26, a little bit more than half the price. This one is the Black Plum. They're calling it the #1 Black Plum and Vanilla scent. This one is supposed to be a dupe of the Cheirosa 40. I have that one as well. And I guess the long and short of it is that I feel like even though it does smell similar, this only lasted for like 2 to 3 hours. Definitely didn't last as long as even the Sol de Janeiro. And mind you, I have a bone to pick with the fact that those only last for about half a day. This one is really weak on the longevity and the projection, and it smelled pretty cheap. Like, this smelled a little bit more alcohol-y than I would have preferred. I really feel like I said in my notes that it's similar to one of the other brands that we'll talk about later, but really not worth the price for me. Even at $11.99, sometimes things, even if they're cheap, they smell cheap and they perform cheaply. If you're looking for something for like a gift for maybe a young beauty lover, someone who really doesn't need something to actually last, a tween or something like that, this is a good gift option. This is a good option for young beauty lovers, but it's only gonna last for a few hours and the projection is pretty light, so it's not actually gonna like smell pretty fragrant for a long time. I did a whole social media post about the new NYX fat oil, hair and body, I can't even say it, fat oil, body, hair, and fragrance mist line. This one is the Sugar Baddie scent. I was saying that I bought all of the fragrance mist, and then I got minis of the oil that matches the Sugar Baddie scent, and the like balm, or the like cream, body cream, all of these together, and I could only get about 5 hours, a little bit more than a half day of wear out of it, meaning that I could smell it on my skin and it was still there. This by itself is like half a day. I love the fragrance notes in this. It's very yummy. It's whipped cream, powdered sugar, vanilla cookie, textured musk, and soft cedar wood. So if you are a gourmand lover, like, you will really love this one. I really feel like they did a good job with the like cozy gourmand vanilla. It's sweet, but it's not like overly complex. I think this is going to be a good option for like younger fragrance lovers, and really for anyone who likes a yummy sort of scent. I don't feel like it smells like cheap at all. It smells really good. It just didn't last. And this one is $15. Out of the drugstore line and the fragrances that we're going to talk about, $15 is pretty expensive. As a matter of fact, I don't think it's worth the $15. Even though I like the scent, it only lasts about a half a day, and really even like more like 4 hours, and you can get a little bit more wear when pairing the body cream and the body oil. By itself, it's just kind of like cute, nice, but not worth the $15. I still like it though, enough to use it up. I have a few of the other ones, well, actually all of the fragrance sprays that came in this line, and I like 3 out of 4 of them. One of them was just a little bit too tart and tangy for me. I wore it for an entire day, but I think I'm just going to re-gift that one. But the other 3 I'm going to keep because I really like them. This is the Fenty Skin All Over Body Mist in Vanilla Flowers. Now the full size of this is $35, but this mini is $20, and this one definitely shocked me. When this first came out, me and one of my friends went to Ulta to go smell this, and we were just like not that impressed. We felt like it smelled really good, and it does, but it was like, is this really gonna be that different from any other vanilla that's out? It was not given special enough. It was even really nice vanilla, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna really try this or really buy it. When I decided to do this fragrance mist test though, I was like, oh, I definitely need to get that one because I know that they're popular fragrance mists, and I'm so happy I did because this lasts all day, like fully 6-8 hours in. At the end of the day, when I was getting ready to like change my clothes to go work out, it was still on my skin, still on my clothes. Fenty Beauty did a wonderful job with this one because even at this and me overspraying, showing you how I oversprayed, I still have a lot left of this. And considering that it projects really well, it lasts a long time, I could smell it even when I did another application. So after workout, after shower, I sprayed it on myself again. In the morning, I still could smell it on me. Like, this is 100% worth it. At least this fragrance, this scent is worth it completely. I am going to finish this one, and I'll probably go back to get a full size. I also have the pink one, the bouquet one. That one doesn't last quite as long as this one. It's more in the 6-hour range versus like a all day 8 hours, but I still love that one as well. And they surprised me. I really feel like these smell like more complex, more close to an eau de toilette kind of scent versus just like a random body fragrance, body mist. They did a really great job on these. I love them. The Kopari fragrance mist, these are hair and body mists as well, are one of my favorite. This test proved that I love the Kopari fragrance mist. These are $16 for the mini and then $29 for a full size. This shocked me because it's not a gourmand, yet it lasted all day. That says something. Typically when I'm thinking about fragrances that I want to layer well and last a long time, I immediately go to like vanillas, musk, sandalwood, you know, those type of fragrances for me stick closer to my skin and to like my clothes. This proved me wrong though. This proved that you can have a lighter scent, a more beachy scent, and it can still have projection and last a long time. The official notes for the Kanapali Coast scent is the peach nectar, lemon peel, coconut shavings, creamy milk, warm spice, vanilla bean, and praline. So it's a little bit of everything, but it's very like tropical, beachy, but also sweet. It's just very on brand for Kopari, and I love all of their products. Anytime I try something from them, I fall in love with it, and I really feel like they're gonna be like my replacement for Sol de Janeiro, even though of course, like I said, I'm gonna continue to buy the Boom Boom Cream classic items, the classic scent, anything that's related to that I'm still gonna buy. Kopari is winning though. This lasted so long. The projection was great. I just felt like it stayed noticeable on my skin, and I just love it. And I really liked how it faded out too. That's another thing. Some of these were like on my skin, I could smell it, and then it was gone. This had a slow fade away that I actually really liked because it made me feel like it wasn't like some cheap fragrance that was just full of alcohol and gone. I think they did a great job formulating these. I have this one and I have another mini based off the last quarter Ulta Beauty birthday gift that I love as well. Me and one of my friends went to, where were we at? Nordstrom? I think we were Nordstrom. We were at Nordstrom and we smelled a few more of these fragrances. The gold one smells really good. I think I'm just gonna continue to like buy some of these, test them out. I love these so much. Definitely one of the strongest, one of the best choices out of the whole collection or lineup or test. The beauties have been in love with Saltair for a very long time, and I can see why. Anytime I try something from Saltair, I am just impressed at how they're able to get really complex fragrances that smell pretty much like luxury fragrances at a drugstore price point. This one is the Santal Bloom. This is their fragrance mist. This one is $8.99 for just this mini, and the full size is $17. This one is kind of interesting because I love the scent. I really feel like they do a great job with these scents. This is creamy sandalwood, sheer amber, sensual musk. The scent itself I love. And they have so many different fragrances to choose from. There's no way that you aren't going to find a scent that you really like. Even though this only lasted till midday. So this is like 4 hours to maybe 5 hours. More on the higher end of 5 hours. But I feel like this is one of the best fragrance mists out of everything that I tested. Because for you to get 5 hours of like scent time, it's on your skin, you smell it on yourself, the projection is really good. At $8.99 for a fragrance mist and $17 for a full size, that's a really good value. Like I would suggest that to anyone, especially a size like this, overspraying. You could take this, obviously travel, it's 3 ounces, so you could travel with this. This is a very good like deal to me to have something that smells really good, complex, doesn't smell kiddish at all. There's something for everyone, whether you like fresh scents, whether you like fruity, whether you like gourmand scents, musk scents, all of that. You could get something, anything that you want with Saltair. I didn't test this with combining like the shower gel and also their oils. They have the body creams. I didn't combine it all together, but I would imagine with how well this is formulated, if you combine all of those, you would have like full all day wear. Another brand that's popular at the drugstore right now is being Frenshe. This is the Cashmere Vanilla Hair and Body Mist plus Linen Mist with essential oils. This mini is about $9.99 and you can get a full size for $16.99. I've probably tried 2 or 3 different products from this brand and I was really impressed with what I tried, but this one only lasted for like 2 or 3 hours. Now mind you, this is similar to the price point of the Saltair products and this just doesn't compare to that. This has warm amber. This scent is cashmere vanilla. I think I said that. This has warm amber, mandarin orange, toasted jasmine rice, cozy vanilla, cedarwood, and creamy musk. I think this is a nice scent. I liked the scent. It's got a vanilla-y, cozy kind of vibe. Definitely something that's pleasant, but it sort of faded away and became less memorable, especially because it faded into nothing. So it was just there for 2 to 3 hours. Really, 3 hours is giving generous. It was on my skin for just a few hours and then gone. I don't know that this is something that I would actually recommend to beauties if you're looking for a drugstore scent, unless you're looking for something that doesn't last a long time, or you're looking for like a gift for someone who likes lighter scents, or someone who is sensitive to fragrance and maybe doesn't want something that's like heavier and projecting and something that is similar to a eau de parfum. If you want something that's light, this is going to be good for you. But also because it is a linen mist, maybe that's another reason why it is so light in scent and doesn't last as long. Either way, I enjoyed it. I'm still going to enjoy finishing this up, but it's just not the best from the drugstore. The Bodycology line is sold at Walmart and they've got all sorts of body care products. They've also got this new line, new to me, it's called Bodycology Luxe, and these are dupe fragrance mists. What surprised me about this is one, the price and just how much it like smelled like the fragrance that is duping, and the projection and the lasting power. Look, this for $5, or really $6, for $5.97, this is a buy. This is a good buy. This specific scent, Fhlur Real, is a dupe of the Chloe Eau de Parfum. Now, it's not an exact dupe. I have the Chloe EDP, and it's close. Pretty close, but not exact. It's a soft floral scent that, honestly, this smells way more luxury than I thought it was going to. I thought this was going to be a cheap alcohol-y fragrance mist, and it smells really good. I think they did a great job with trying to match up the fragrance, making it slightly different, but then also just making you feel like even for $6, you got a good fragrance mist. Now, the quality of the scent, or the closeness to luxury, that is really on point. The lasting power was only about 3 hours, even with overspraying. I think that they give you a generous amount, so you can overspray, pair it with some other things, and probably get more lasting power. I think that the 3 hours is more than I would expect for a $6 fragrance. So at the end of the day, I think I was really impressed. I was just like, wait a minute. This is actually good. This was a good dupe. And for $6, I'll take 3 hours. If you're still here, please go ahead and subscribe to my Nubelease YouTube channel. I am on my way to getting to 1,000 subscribers, and I'd be really excited if I could do that before the end of the year. I'm going to continue to release new videos every week, fragrance, some skincare, some makeup. I'm going to be trying to do a little bit of everything, and I'm going to go back to my Spinning the Beauty blog series where we talk about old releases and really chat about whether they're still relevant or what is similar to it now. I'm excited. I've got so many different ideas for videos every single week. So follow me here. Follow me also on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest. Also check out Nubelease.com, where I am posting different things about beauty. It's always going to be something that's helpful, a tip, a review, something to think about. I love beauty so much, and I just want to share as much as I possibly can. Let's get back into the video. One of the other brands that I am just obsessed with at this point is OUAI and their hair and body mist. This is the Ibiza hair and body mist. It's $39 for the full size, or you can get minis like this. I didn't write down the mini price. I'll have to throw that on screen. The set that I got has all 4 of the OUAI hair and body mist, and this is just one of my favorite hair and body mists out of all the ones that I've tried, but just in general. This is a coca and tonka bean, vanilla, cinnamon, and rum scent. It's so decadent. It's like a rich, decadent gourmand. It's warm. I just love it. I love it so much. The scent itself is just so addicting. I love it so much. But then also it lasts a long time. This is one of the fragrances that lasted on my skin all day, like past 8 hours. I can spray it on myself, of course, overspraying as I normally do, and I'm going to smell it all day. And then after I work out, shower, put more of this on, I smell it in the morning. It is completely worth the $39 to me. I love this fragrance. I really feel like the projection was there too. This is similar to what a lighter eau de toilette would be to me in my mind, because it projects well enough to where other people can smell it. It's not just something that just sticks so close to the skin that it's just you that smells it, or you have to like smell super, super close to get it. This is definitely well worth it. And I love all of the other ones as well. I wrote down in my notes that the St. Bart scent is another one that I really love. Completely different scent profile, very beachy, and more like oceany and fresh. I think that one lasted about 6 to 8 hours. So just a little bit less, but still most of the day. Any of the fragrances that I've tried from OUAI so far will last you most of the day. This one just goes beyond that. I feel like y'all lied to me when it came to these EOS fragrance mists. People have been hyping up EOS and the lotions and the creams and the shower gels and all of that stuff for such a long time. And I just was not that into it. I just knew that it was going to be something light. I had smelled some of them before. I've had some of the hand creams and the lotions, and I just felt like they were light. It wasn't ever giving It just wasn't that special to me. I didn't seek it out. So I was just like, I don't know. But considering that I was doing this test, I knew I had to go ahead and get an EOS Vanilla Cashmere Mist. I do like the fragrance a lot. This is whipped vanilla, sweet cream, soft musk, cocoa butter, cozy caramel, cashmere woods. I think that this lasted an hour or two. It was really shameful. I was like, what is this? I just knew that I was going to get a little bit more. I was thinking like 3 to 4 hours. If I would have guessed beforehand, I was like, okay, this will last like 3 or 4 hours or so. No, this lasted 1 to 2 hours and it was gone. Didn't fade nicely at all. It was gone. I oversprayed, as I do with all of my other fragrances, and it still just couldn't project. It was really weak and light, and it was gone in a few hours. I would not buy this again. I don't know. You have to let me know. Are there other fragrance mists from EOS that last a little bit longer, project a little bit more? If there are, let me know which ones. I feel like social media and people's suggestions did me wrong, because this is not giving anything. I'm gonna still use it up because it's a nice little scent. You know, it's a little bit more young than what I would prefer for my vanilla cashmere, especially because I've sprayed like the Frenshe, the Saltair that has a similar vibe. I prefer something that smells a little bit more, I don't want to say mature, but I don't want to smell like, you know, I'm wearing a little kid fragrance, and this is getting closer to little kid fragrance. But you'll let me know. What do you think about the EOS fragrance mists? I feel like I just went hard on EOS, but I'm so sorry if you love EOS fragrance mists. Sorry. Essence has a whole line of fragrance mists called their Juicy Bomb Body Mist. This is in the 06 Moody Musk scent. It's got violet leaves, some cardamom, cedarwood, musk, and amber. And I was really drawn to the scent notes, but the long and short of it is that even at $6.99, I don't really feel like it's worth it. It only lasted for a few hours. It smells very cheap and alcohol-y. And I don't like the packaging. This comes off, then this comes off for you to spray. I don't understand why that is. I'm assuming that this just protects it more from spilling, or they just wanted the packaging to look more grand than it would with just the top like this. Either way, I felt like this was just a cheap scent. It didn't have any complexity. I said that this is similar to the EOS. I mean, I definitely think the EOS is a little bit nicer of a scent than this in terms of the alcoholiness. I don't really smell a lot of alcohol with this. This is just a light fragrance. It didn't necessarily smell super cheap, but this one does, and it lasts similarly in terms of the projection and how long it lasts on the skin. This is my second time trying a Essence fragrance, and it's still underwhelming. One of my favorite lines of fragrance mists are the bear fragrances from Victoria's Secret. This is the original bear fragrance mist. The mini is about $15, and this full size one is $25. This shocked me in a bad way. And this is one of my favorite scents, so yeah. I really thought that this was going to last a long time. And it's probably because I've been pairing this with the, there's a like hydration mist, milky mist that they have. I have the shower gel. I feel like I have, at least I had the lotion, used that up. I'm used to pairing all of the different things with this, and maybe that's why I thought that this was a long-lasting fragrance, but it really only lasts 4 hours. It's a last till lunch kind of fragrance, and I didn't realize that because I rarely wear it by itself. Even when I don't wear the other pieces, the other hydration pieces that come with the bear scent, I'm typically pairing it with an eau de parfum. So it's getting more lasting power just from that alone. I noted here that I love the fragrance. This is an Australian sandalwood, Mandarin Madagascar, and Egyptian violet petal fragrance. It's very clean and easy to wear. This is like an elevated your scent but better type of scent that I love. I was kind of disappointed in the fact that I thought that this carried more and that this lasted more than it really did by itself. As far as I'm concerned, Phlur is the GOAT when it comes to body mists, or the new versions of body mists that smell close to like an eau de toilette, more of a actual fragrance mist. This is $26 for the travel size and $39 for the full size. It lasts, at least this scent and some of the other Phlur scents that I love, lasts all day, over all day. Again, this is one of those fragrances or fragrance notes that is gonna last on you because it is cashmere, vanilla, sugar crystals. It's considered a rich gourmand vanilla. Those tend to last longer, at least to me, they last longer on my skin and on my clothes and things like that. This has strong projection. I would say out of everything that I tested, this scent, Vanilla Skin, has the best projection out of anything. That's where it kind of brings me back to this idea that it's almost like an eau de toilette. Like you're getting a really strong scent from this. You smell it on your skin and your clothes and you go back to it like, I smell good. I love this scent, and I really love all of the Phlur fragrances. Anytime that there is a fragrance note that I think that I would like, I'm more inclined to buy it now, especially as I'm transitioning away from my Sol de Janeiro. These, I never feel like they're not a good deal. I always feel like I'm getting something nice. I'm getting something more complex than just like a vanilla with some sweetness, you know, like it gives you a little bit more, and I love these. I also wrote too that this is one of the best vanillas I have right now, especially if you like a deeper vanilla, something that is more mature than just a sweet vanilla. I love this. Oh, Nest, you really disappointed me. This is Lychee Rose, their Lychee Rose body mist. It's $39 for this size. So this is a 4-ounce size. This lasted 3 hours. I was sorry, the sun is going down, so if my lighting changes, bear with me. I was so upset about this one because this is expensive, almost $40 for a 4-ounce fragrance mist. The Lychee Rose scent is my favorite Nest scent. I have the eau de parfum in this. It's Rose Absolute, Lychee, Pink Champagne, and Raspberry. I knew I was going to love the scent because it's my favorite Nest scent. And it really does smell like it pairs well with the Lychee Rose eau de parfum. So it still got that sweet floral and juiciness to it that I absolutely love. I wanted it to smell more, I don't know. I wanted it to pair better with the eau de parfum. I tested this by itself, but I just wanted to be able to I wanted it to do well enough for me to be like, okay, I'm going to wear both of these together and get all day wear. I don't think that this is going to add that much to the eau de parfum. Therefore, I feel like you'd be kind of wasting your money. I feel like the eau de parfum stands alone good enough that this is just not going to give you much. It only lasted a few hours. The projection faded so quickly, I was like upset. Like I actually sprayed this in the morning. It was like 7 a.m. And I remember overspraying everywhere and then letting it settle down. I put my jewelry on, going about my business. By the time I sat down at my desk, I was like, is this still here? And I had to really smell myself hard to actually smell it, like to get the scent back in. Like, okay, I do kind of smell it. By the time the hour 2 and 3 came, it was gone. It was gone at 3 hours. So I just felt like it was kind of a waste of money. This is probably the only one that I purely think is a waste of money, because $39 for something to be gone off your skin in 3 hours, can't do it. As a matter of fact, I feel like if Bodycology has some Nest fragrances as dupes, I might be getting the $5.97 Bodycology dupe of a Nest fragrance to add to my eau de parfum versus buying this. Speaking of dupe fragrances, the Finery She's a Goodie is a dupe of the Carolina Herrera Good Girl. This mini size is $8.99 and the full size is $14.99. I've been a fan of Finery since it really launched. I pretty much have something from almost every one of their launches, or at least have had them, and then I use them. I go through them because they smell really good. They're really good for the dupes. Like, they be spot on with the dupe fragrances, and then they just smell like they're worth something more than really what their price point is, which I love. Like, this is $8.99. Even at the $14.99, they do a great job. Their eau de parfums do a really good job at projection and lasting. This lasted about 3 to 4 hours, but for a fragrance mist like this, I'm okay with it because of how quality and luxury the scent is and how well they do with the dupe. The projection on this started off good and did fade, but I still think that it's better than some of the cheaper drugstore fragrance mists that I've tried. Of course, we have to talk about Bath & Body Works and their dupes. This is the Eau Cherry scent, and this is supposed to be a dupe of the Tom Ford Lost Cherry. So this is black cherry, tonka bean, magnolia, and they've been doing a great job. After Bath & Body Works came out with that first luxury dupe line, they have not stopped since, and you can tell why. They do a great job at duping the scents. And also, you're gonna get a good deal at this because there's always a sale. There's always a Bath & Body Works sale to get a good $10 off or something like that. The MSRP is $18.95, but I got this under $10 at some sale that they were doing, and this lasts about 5 to 6 hours. I'm okay with that. I feel like at $20, I would be like, okay. But when they have these for $8 and things like that, this ends up being like an amazing deal. The scent itself is an exact dupe or really close when they do other different scents. 5 to 6 hours of wear, smells like a luxury scent, no cheap alcohol-y smell to it. I think that they do a great job. At this point, I think that Bath and Body Works fragrances and dupes are my benchmark. When I'm thinking about a fragrance mist, if it can't do better than Bath and Body Works, then I don't feel like it's worth it. Even if it's a cheap fragrance, like if it can't give me the baseline of Bath and Body Works, then what am I spending my money on? Because I could just go to Bath and Body Works. Just to recap, the fragrances, the brands that I really feel like lasted all day: Fenty, the Kopari, the Phlur, and OUAI. Those are the brands that I know that I'm going to keep going back to over and over again. When they come out with something new, if it's a scent profile that I like, I'll be happy to spend my money with them because I know they're going to last most of the day, if not over 8 hours. The ones that were just not giving, I mean, just an hour or two, a few hours, and they were gone, was the EOS. Being Frenshe was a little bit on the higher side. I think that was more of like 3 hours. MCoBeauty, the Nest, and Essence. And out of this list, the ones that I am disappointed in are the EOS and the Nest. What do you think? What are your favorite fragrance mists out right now? Which ones last the longest to you? And which ones do you feel like were just disappointing? Let me know in the comments because I'm always interested in what different scents, especially if it's a brand I haven't tried or specific scent that you think I should try, let me know. And of course, follow me here on YouTube, subscribe. I'm going to come back with more videos, things fragrance related, skincare related, makeup related. We're going to be doing a little bit of everything over here. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you next time.